big one in Connecticut was the most interesting to me of all. Interesting not in a good way, but interesting in the fact that somebody was able to carry a gun, well, handguns, mind you, easier to conceal, and begin executing children. And one of the things that came to my mind is the fact that teachers should have at least one or two trained and weapons accessible or on them that they can defend, as in malls and everything. Certain workers that have access and trained former military or people who are familiar with weapons and know what to do with them and know how to use deadly force. Deadly force, we were trained in the military, is the use of an action which could result in death or major harm to an individual. I know that in the South, a lot of people are trained how to use deadly force. They are trained how to use weapons and trained how to handle the weapons. If you look at some of the 14-year-old kids, girls and boys and youngsters in the South, you'll see daddy tell them to do something, and you will see them field strip a weapon and put it back together as efficiently as anybody in the Marines or Army or Navy. And I was taught to do that with the 1911A and shotgun and various other weapons. And if you get the book on it, you can break down just about any weapon you've got and put it back together. Some are more complex and could take 4 or 5 minutes. But the simpler weapons, for example, an AA-12, and many of you know what that is, or some of you do. An AA-12 is a Russian-made stainless steel shotgun, and light with recoil and balance. So it has a recoil spring in it so that you can hold it like that and just keep firing, and it will not kick you back. So, well, that's an AA-12. You won't get one here.
Why not?
Because there would be illegal. You could not have an AA-12, a military-grade shotgun. That's exactly what it is.
Why not, though? Wouldn't that be good to protect myself against a
military? You would be, yeah.
I mean, how can the Constitution say that I have the right to defend myself
against
it won't give me the measure?
Well, here's the thing.
Weapons
the United States government is now the enemy of the people in regards to them deciding they don't want this government.
We are the government. Right?
Exactly. They derive power from us.
Why are we letting them become their own government within a government?
Well, they already have.
It's like Congress.
No, wait a minute. Remember what we talked about called the three flags?
Super Congress.
Remember the 3 cities.
Exactly.
The 3 city-states of the world.
It's a super.
Now, understand that Washington, D.C. is not under the laws of the United States of America.
Which makes no sense at all.
And this is true. There's 3 cities in the world that are independent city-states. They're like their own independent country.
It sounds like
Washington, D.C.,
or something.
the Vatican, and in London, the Miracle Mile, the banking center of the world. These 3 areas have their own flag, they're interconnected, and they work together in a lot of ways. Where do they get their marching orders from in their direction? Because each 3 of these city-states, the president is the ruler of Washington, D.C., and Congress. And in the Vatican, well, we know who rules there. And in the Miracle Mile, wait, it's the Lord Mayor of the Miracle Mile, the area in London where all the banking is done. Formally started by who? Do you know the banker that kind of got his start there in London way back in the day around Napoleon's time?
The Rothschild?
Yeah, there we go.